Hi everybody, are you guys ready to learn a new crochet stitch today? Isn't that a pretty one? So today we're going to be learning how to do the raised brick stitch. So welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related. So if you like that type of thing, please hit that subscribe button. And let's get started on this crochet tutorial here. So this is a stitch tutorial. This is the raised brick stitch. As you can see, how it got its name, it does look like stacks of bricks. For this particular tutorial, you will need to know how to do double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, and front post triple crochet. Now, none of them are hard. They're basically the same as regular double crochet. In regular triple crochet, it's just you're working it in a different spot. So I do encourage you to give it a try if you do know the basic stitches. I think you can do it. But isn't that a beauty? All right, let's check it out. It's pretty solid stitch. I give it like a 70% solid, 75. And it does have some nice texture going on. Look at that. Pretty. And here is the back side. Pretty clean on the back. It's not the same on both sides, but still pretty clean back. You can do lots and lots of stuff with this. Now, do not confuse this with the waffle stitch. It is not the waffle stitch. This is the raised brick stitch. All right. The waffles would be lined up, but these are catty-cornered like stacks of bricks. Let's do it, all right? You one last look at it there. All right, I'm going to move this to the side. So, for the purpose of this tutorial, and yarn that I use that you just seen there in that swatch that I made, is a Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, which is a medium weight number 4 100% acrylic yarn, and the color that I'm using is called Deep Teal. And also for the purpose of this tutorial, I will be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. All right, so the raised brick stitch is a 4-row repeat, but the repeats are not hard. So it is done in a multiple of 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1, which means you just chain in 4s. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. To whatever you're making, whether it be a scarf, blanket, top, cowl, whatever you want to make. You chain in 4s. And then once you get it as big as you want it to be, add 1 more to your base chain. So a multiple of 4 plus 1. And then we will begin. So row 1, we are going to do a double crochet in the 4th stitch from our hook. So we do not count this one. That's on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 4th one, we're going to do a double crochet. All right, so this chain right here on the end, that's going to count as a double crochet. And then we got a double crochet here. And now we're going to work across, and we're going to put a double crochet in every stitch of our chain. So row 1 is just 1 double crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of the row. All right, so I've made it to the end of row 1. Now we're going to go ahead and start row 2. We are going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, doesn't count as anything, all right? It's just a turning chain. So we're going to put a double crochet right back here into the very, very first stitch. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work a front post triple crochet around the post of the next stitch. Now if you've never done this before, it's actually quite easy, and if you practice it a few times, you'll be able to do it in no time. So we're going to do we're going to yarn over twice, like we're going to do a triple crochet, but we're not going to be working into the top of the stitch. We're going to be working around the post of the stitch. So we do, and we're doing a front post. So what that means is we got to go around the post like this, so the post is on the front of our hook, the front side. That's why it's called a front post. And then you grab your yarn and pull it around the post like that, and then you do your triple crochet. like normal. And that is a front post triple crochet. And now we're going to start a repeat, and we are going to do a repeat for row 2. We're going to do a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So just a regular double crochet into the next 3. So there's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. And now we're going to do a front post triple again around the post of the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice like we're going to do a triple, and then we're going to go around the post of the next stitch. We stick our hook through and back around to where the post is on the front of our hook. It always helps me to kind of squeeze it together. I don't know why, it just does. Grab your yarn, pull it through the post just like that, and then you do your triple crochet like normal. I want to try to keep that as tight as possible. That way it don't get too loose on you. There we go. And then we're going to repeat again. We're going to do a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. I do want to point out though, when you do this front post triple, you will have an empty space back here because we didn't go into the top of the stitch. We went around the post. Don't go into that. Leave it empty. So we actually start our double crochet in the stitch after that. And we're going to do 3 in a row. So there's 1, 2, and there's 3. And then we're going to do front post triple crochet around the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice, go around the post of the next stitch, and work a front post triple crochet. Work that as tight as possible, so we give you a nice clean post stitch just like that. And then we're going to do a double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And remember, there's that empty stitch behind the post. We don't do anything with that one. All right, we start in the next one. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the last stitch of our row. Front post triple into the next, and then 3 double crochets into the next. All right, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of row 2. All right, so I've come to the end of row 2, and I did a a front post triple crochet here, and I have 1 stitch that remains right here on the end. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a double crochet into the top of it. It is actually that chain on the end, but we do count that as a stitch, so we're just going to put a double crochet into the top of it like that, and that'll end row 2. Just like that. All right, so we're going to start row 3. So rows 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the repeat rows. Like I said, it's a 4-row repeat, but they are very easy to do. So this is the front side of your work. So row 3, which starts the repeat rows, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and this is the back side of our work. So again, that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we're going to start off by putting a double crochet into that very first stitch. Just like that. All right, so the next stitch, if you look, you can see that it was a post stitch from before. What we're going to do now is work a back post double crochet around that post stitch. So we're going to yarn over it to double crochet, and we're going to go from the back like that, and then back around that post. So that post is on the back of our hook. That's why it's called a back post stitch. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through and do our double crochet like normal. So that is a back post double crochet. I'm going to start the repeat for row 3. We're going to work a front post double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. All right, now same as a front post triple, but we're just doing a front post double. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And then the next stitch you will see is a post stitch from the previous row, and that gets a back post double. So we're going to yarn over and go around the back side of it and back to the front. See, it's on the back side of our hook now. Yarn over and we do a double crochet like normal. And this is what we're going to repeat all the way to near the end of row 3. Again, front post double crochet into the next 3 stitches. When you're working on the back side of your work, always remember it's always post stitches. It's always either front post double crochet or front or back post double crochet. It's never any triple crochet, and it's never any regular double. That's when you're on the back side, you're always working post stitches. All right, so again, the next stitch you can see is a post stitch. You can see it right there. We're going to work a back post double crochet around that post stitch from the previous row, and then we're going to repeat by putting a front post double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Oops, sorry about that. And back post double crochet around that post stitch from the previous row, just like that. And this is what we're going to repeat: 3 front post double crochets, and then we got a back post double crochet around that one, and repeat that, and I'll meet up with you at the end of row 3. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 3, and I just did a back post double crochet around that post stitch. I have 1 stitch here that remains, and I am going to do a regular double crochet into the last stitch. So I guess on the back, you do get a regular double crochet in the last stitch and a regular double crochet into the very first, but the rest are post stitches. All right, so go ahead and end by putting a double crochet into the top of that last stitch. That'll end row 3, and now we're going to start row 4 by chaining 1 and turning our work. So what it's starting to look like. Now we're going to stagger them a little bit. So we're going to start row 4, chain 1 does not count as a stitch, with a double crochet into the very first stitch. Just like that. And then we're going to put a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And if you look, counting that first one that we did and then the 2 that we just did, we got 3 double crochets in a row. And now we're going to do a front post triple crochet around the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice and go around the post of the next stitch. So we're not going all the way down, all right, like that. We're just going around this from the next row. So these lines here, they're kept there. So front post triple, make sure you do those kind of tight if you can, so they're nice and straight, like that. And this is what we're going to repeat. Double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Front post triple crochet around the neck. So yarn over twice and front post triple around the next stitch. And repeat, double crochet into the next 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to front post triple crochet around the post of the next. Again, you want to do that kind of tight if you can. Gives you a nice clean front post stitch if you can do it tight. Here we go. And this is what we're going to repeat. All right, and if you look, you'll see that your bricks, you're starting to get a little bit of a brick stagger look. All right, so let's go ahead and repeat this to near the end. Double crochet in the next 3 and then front post triple into the next. All right, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of row 4. All right, so I'm coming to the end of row 4 and I just did a front post triple crochet and I have 3 stitches that remain. I'm just going to do a double crochet in the remaining 3 stitches. And that will end row 4 like that. And we'll go ahead and start row 5. Maybe it would look better on a lighter color yarn. Anyways, we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and turn our work. And we are going to put a regular double crochet into the very first stitch. Like that. And we are going to put a front post double crochet around the next 2 stitches. Front post double. There's 1, 2, and then you'll see the next stitch is a post stitch from the previous row, and we're going to work a back post double crochet around that stitch. Just like that. And now we're going to start the repeat of row 5. We're going to do a front post double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and you can see the next stitch is a post stitch from the previous row. We're going to do a back post double crochet around that stitch. And this is what we're going to repeat for row 5. Again, a front post double crochet into the next 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, and you can see the next stitch is a post stitch from the previous row, and we're going to do a back post double crochet around that stitch. And we're going to keep repeating this pattern. Front post double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And the next stitch is a post stitch from the previous row. You pull them apart, you can see it. And we will do a back post double crochet around that stitch. So we're going to keep repeating this pattern of 3 front post double crochets and then the back post double crochet all the way until we get to near the end of row 5. All right, when you make it near the end of row 5 here, sorry about that, I just did a back post double crochet and I have 3 stitches that remain. I'm gonna put a front post double crochet in the next 2, and then the last one is just going to be a regular double crochet into the top of it, and that'll end row 5. And we will begin row 6 by chaining 1 and turning our work. Row 6 is the final row of the repeat. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to go ahead and put a double crochet into the very first stitch. Like that. And the next stitch, we are going to put a front post triple crochet around the next stitch. And now we're going to start the repeat of row 6. So we're going to put a double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and front post triple crochet around the next. repeat, double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. And front post triple crochet around the next. And this is what we're going to repeat till we get near the end of row 6. Again, double crochet into each of the next 3. Front post triple crochet around the post of the next. Alright, I'm going to repeat this pattern until I get to the end of row 6. Remember, 3 double crochets and then a front post triple. 3 double crochets and a front post triple. And as you can see, you do have the brick there. They're raised bricks and they're in their staggered brick formation. Nice. Alright, I'm coming to the end of row 6. I just did 3 double crochets in a row and I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to do a front post triple in my second to the last stitch. And then I'm going to do a regular double crochet into the top of my last. And that'll end the repeat rows. That'll end the repeat pattern. So now you just repeat rows 3 through 6 until you get to your desired size. So for row 7, we would just repeat row 6, which would be on the back side. We chain 1 and turn. And after a while, you'll get the repeat down. You'll be able to tell by looking where your stitches need to go. Double crochet into the first stitch. I'm just repeating row 3. And you can see that this is a post stitch that's next. So you know you have to do a back post double crochet around that stitch. And then you would do front post double crochet around the next 3, and then it would be a back post double crochet around that next stitch, which will be a post stitch when we get up to it. Anyways, so you would just keep repeating rows 3, 4, 5, and 6, and like I said, they become very easy. After you repeat them a couple times, you'll be able to just see what stitches need to go where. And after a few repeats, they'll look like my swatch does here that I did. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you can make a lot of things with it. It's got a nice texture on it. So make a cool blanket, cool scarves, whatever you want to make with it. So if you enjoyed my tutorial, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out my tutorials. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. Lots of yarn talk. And hit that like button if you enjoyed. Leave a comment below and I will see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.